facts all over. However, it doesn't mean general truth means someone's belief, someone's religion. It doesn't mean. For example, let me give you examples. Yes, because we are in the way to talk about what? Infinitives. Water, as we know, water boils at what? At 100 degrees centigrade. Yes. Water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. It is always fact. It's not someone's opinion. It is real all over the world. Water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. Let me add one more. The second general truth that I want to give you is man is mortal. We are using is. What does it mean, mortal, students? Mortal means we live for some time on the earth, in this planet. After that, we stop living here. We died. That's mortal. No one stays for a long time here. You know that. That's why we said man is mortal. Another. Where fish lives? Students, can fish live out of the water bodies? You say yes? No. So we can say fish lives in water. Good. This is the basic concept. That's why we learn about simple present tense. To express what? Say it. General truths. General truths. General truths. Not assumption. Not hypothesis. Excellent, students. Now you are in the right way. Now, let me give you the activity here. Activity 3 for today. Activity 3. Now we are in the way to talk about general truths. So your activity is, right, some meaningful. Somewhat meaningful. Meaningful, right? Some meaningful sentences that are generally true. General truths. Parents, I want to ask you to help your children. Thank you. Now, how many sentences? 1, 2, 3, 4. Your parents can help you. Good. Now, we have finished the first uses of the simple present tense. Can I proceed to the second? Okay. Second. The second use is, for example, let me ask you some questions. How often do you visit your parents? Your elder parents, I mean. How often you wash your hands? How often you help your mother? If you answer this question leads us to talk about what? Habit, repetition. So, the second use is habitual action. Habits. Habitual action means repetition of doing the action. Good. Habit, repetition. So, we use what here? Adverbs of frequencies. What are these adverbs of frequencies? Like, when we are using like, always, sometimes, never, usually, every day, every night. Yeah? Once in a month. Can I go? Good. Once in a month, once in a year. Twice a year. It's it. Yes. These are telling the habit accustomed to repetition of actions. Understand what habitual action is? So habitual actions are actions that we do either in repetition every day, every night, every morning, every afternoon, always, sometimes, usually, and it's it. And if you don't do, you can use the adverb of frequency like never. I never. For example, you, all my students, you never disturb in the class, yeah? Yes. Because all are college students. You all are. So never has a negative meaning. Now, let me give you examples. Excellent. Now, we're here. For example, let me construct a sentence because I want to give you another activity to construct a meaningful sentence by using these habitual actions. So, for example, example 1. For me, for example, I sometimes play what? Football, they say. I'm using sometimes. How often I play football, students? Sometimes. Yes. If you ask yourself how often, we answer this habitual actions. Never. Sometimes, always, every day, every night. You can. So, I sometimes play football. Here the verb is play. I'm not saying yes. Why? Because we said that I, we, you, and they all takes infinitive verb without s. For example, let me add you another example. She never swims, let's say. She never swims in the lake. Because she afraid crocodiles and something else. She never. Maybe she may swim in the swimming pool. So, we are using here the subject is she. Because of the subject she, we are using here yes. She swims in the lake. Good. Let me give you activity. Activity. Now, We say that habitual actions are actions that we do in repetition, that we are accustomed to do. So, by using these adverbs of frequencies, write your own. Your own means it's not for somebody else's. Your own. Meaningful sentences that can show as habits. Habits. Habitual action. How many sentences, students? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Meaningful, 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 meaningful. So, in this lesson, for the remaining 2 uses, I will come for the next time. Then we revise the main points of the 2 days lesson. Today, we have seen about the simple present tense. At the beginning, I ask you some background knowledge about how we can form simple present tense and what is the use of the simple present tense and why we learn about the simple present tense. Obviously, we have a good time. We explain simple present tense as simple present tense is a tense that we are in the way to talk about now. Present. The opposite of past. Maybe past actions are the things that we did before. We were a grade 2 students, we can say. But you are a grade 3 students. Now it's present. And you will be a grade 4 students. This is future. So, I'm telling that simple present tense is used to talk about the actions that is performing at the present time. For example, at this time you are listening me, and at this time I'm teaching you. This is what kinds of action? Present action. Excellent students. Why? Because it is present or the action is performing now. After that, we have seen the forms. The form of the simple present tense depends on what? The pronouns. I, we, you, they. We use that one. I play, we play, they play. To the reverse, when the subject is third person, like he, she, and it, we use verb s or es to the infinitive form of the verb. And we have seen the spelling rules of changing, when the last letter, when the verb ends in O, X, SH, CH, we use es to the infinitive form of the verb. We say yes. Excellent, my students. Don't forget to do your activities. After that, uses. The first use that we have seen was expressing general truths. General truths. Say it, general truths. Good. General truths means it is fact all over the world. It's not someone's belief. It's not someone's opinion. It is right. It is accepted all over the world. We can give different examples. And the second use is to express habitual action. Students, stay at your home and do the activities appropriately and accurately. Parents, please help your children. Thank you very much for today. We'll proceed in another time.
በቤቱ የሚያስተምሩበት አማራጭ ፊልም አዳዲስ ፊልሞቻችን እንዲደርሱ ሰብስክራይብ በማድረግ የቻናላችን ቤተሰብ ይሁኑ። ፊልሞቹን ሼር በማድረግ ለወዳጅ ዘመዶ ያጋሩ። አስኳላ አማራጭ የማስተማሪያ ዘዴ